In today's video, I'm going to be talking about three things. First, the Pi network. Secondly, a token that I feel have great potential and is currently in its test net. So people are trying to accumulate as much as possible. And thirdly, I'm going to do what I do on this channel. So if you're new to this channel, my name is Genesis. What I basically do is I come on here, analyze the charts, give my opinion on what the market is going to do, and we can all watch and see. Now, I'm not saying this to brag, but you can check my last three episodes on this because this is going to be the fourth episode. The last three episodes has all been a banger. Everything has been spot on. Like I said, I'm not saying this to brag. I just say it just so you know. So first things first, Pi Network. One of the things I want to talk about is there's been a lot of speculations going around on what they think the actual price of Pi would be, and there was a video that's actually been like guiding the decision. There was a video a guy made, and he was analyzing how he felt Pi will not be able to launch at up to $1 per coin, because if it launch at $1 per coin due to the market cap, it's going to have a market due to the total coin, it's going to have a market cap of I think 100 billion, which is going to put him in the same level as Solana. And Solana is like the fifth biggest crypto in terms of market cap. So putting a new coin in the same space with Solana, he doesn't feel he's going to be up to that. So that's one of his reasons. And he's basing this calculation off of the white paper because Pi said the total supply was going to be 10 billion. But there's a flaw in his calculation. The current Pi in circulation is not even up to 10 billion, it's about 6 billion. That's the first thing. So you cannot even base your calculation off of that. And secondly, with all this news going around, people saying Pi will not launch at up to $1, Pi will not do this, Pi will not do that. There are still people in the black market that are buying Pi for $2.50, from $2.50 to $3 currently as of now before the mainnet. So this is one thing I feel the people that are buying this thing, unlike many cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum, like you have to have some sort of like Bitcoin, for instance, you have to have like big machines and a lot of money to invest before you can mine. But in the case of Pi, everyone with a phone get mine. You mine, we mine at the same thing. If you read Pi white paper, there was a place that states that every person that opens an account with Pi, there's already an allocated amount of currency that you could mine in total. So everybody gets the same amount. And then how long you mine it is now what's going to vary. So we already have an allocated amount for everybody. So these people that are trying, because Pi doesn't have whales, people that have like a lot of Pi, no, they don't have it. Everybody mine, and they have allocated to everybody. So you can read the white paper. I'm sure you can get access to it. So what I feel is there are people that are still buying this, and even people are like buying it at rates more than $1, and they're still trying to accumulate. And you're telling me it's not going to launch at more than $1. I doubt that. So that's all I have to say about Pi. The mainnet is going to be in 2 days. So hopefully I'll be able to edit this video before then. And if you are still holding it onto yours, I would advise you keep on holding onto it. Now, the cryptocurrency or the project I want to talk to you guys about is going to be Ari. Ari Wallet. It's a new token. It's still in its testnet phase. You can download it on Play Store. It's on Play Store and App Store. You can go to either of them to download it. It's very straightforward. There's no big thing there. All you just have to do is log in every day, daily check-in, and then you go off. You don't need to do any extra work. There's no need to tap. There's no need to refer. You can refer to get bonus. So this is the thing. If you consider it, I don't have much information about it. I've been trying to get access to the white paper to know more about it, but I've not gotten. But I just have a feeling. It's just a feeling. So don't quote me on this. I just have a feeling it has great potential and it's no big deal. Just come in every day, log in every day and get out. It won't even take you up to half a second. Just come in, check in, go out, and then you can accumulate as much as you can while it's still in the testnet phase. I'm going to put my referral code up here and maybe in the comments or in the description. Why am I doing that? If you download the wallet, it's going to ask for a referral code. If you don't have a referral code, they won't give you a referral bonus. But if you use the referral code, they will give you 50 ARI as a welcome bonus. So if you use my referral code, you get the 50 this thing. So it's not as if my code is unique or anything. If you download this, you also get a referral code that you can share with people and get your own referral bonus. So there's nothing special about mine. I'm just putting it out there. So with all those distraction out of the way, let's get into the chat. So let me start my screen recording. Okay, so welcome to my screen. Let me quickly load up Solana. The trade I'm currently in is Solana. This is not okay. Yeah. We're going to quickly just rush through Solana. After Solana, so there's Solana, there's LDO, and Ethereum. Those are the three things I'm currently interested in. And then I'll briefly touch on AR. So if you are new to this channel, you probably would not know. But if you've watched any of my previous episodes, you will know I have AR has a special place in my heart that I have to go to because it's one of the coin that obeys my pattern of trading the most. It just listens to everything I say. If I've taken 10 trades on AR, 9.5 of them has been spot on. Maybe five was break even. I don't lose trade with AR. I don't know. It's just very obedient. So every time I have opportunity to go on the chart, it's one of the first coins I look at. AR. But because there's nothing currently on AR, so I'm going to be showing you Solana, which is one coin I'm currently in. After Solana, I'm going to be showing you LDO, Ethereum, and then we can just briefly touch on BTC and then end it with AR. So if you're not yet fully immersed into this video yet, put it on full screen. Don't get distracted. Let's lock in. Let's lock in. All right, let's go. So for Solana first, there was one fresh chart I had to open to make it make sense. Hold on, I think do I want to use? Let me use my main charts here. So I'm going to go on the weekly time frame because if you are new, I'm a swing trader. I don't day trade, so I start from the weekly. Basically, I'm not yet to teach you how to trade. I'm just going to show. Maybe you will learn how to trade from looking at what I do, but that's by the way. So on Solana, what did I see and why did I go short on Solana? So this I don't think there's a name for what just happened here. Okay, it's happened two times. It's not just on Solana. Let me pull out AR for you. I just love AR. AR showed me this pattern for the first time, so I doubled down on it. This is it playing out here. A counter trend line and the main trend line, they cross paths. And at that point, the market comes into that point and it start reacting. Now, I saw this happen on AR and I wasn't trading at the time. It was just, I think I saw this when it was like, yeah, I think when this green candle happened. I don't like going short when I see like crazy momentum candle like this. If you look at this green candle, it's a very decisive candle, like full, it barely has any wick. It's very decisive. And then it came into this point. This is a cross of trend line and counter trend line. It came into that point, and even though the momentum was that high, it reversed from there. So this is like something I just realized on my own. Nobody taught me this. I just realized this on my own. So when I saw the same thing play out on Solana here, this is it here, this point here. It's played out on Solana here. I'm like, no, there's no way I'm not going to be jumping onto this thing. So let me go on. I think I entered the trade on the 30-minute time frame. I don't go that low, but sometimes I just go there because when I'm just looking for more confidence, I go that low. But most times I don't. So yeah, so I came in around here. Yeah, this was my point of entry. This was my point of entry. I think I moved the trend line a bit. This was my point of entry. I came in around here, and then we've been going down. Now, for you, you don't need this information. It's of no use. You cannot put money in your account or anything. You don't need this information. I'm just saying it. But this is where you might want to be interested in this. Now, the overall, let me go back to my weekly time frame and show you what I was looking at before. No, let me go daily. The overall market for Solana, as far as Solana is concerned, why is this? The overall market for Solana is still in an uptrend. There's no debating that. Like from the weekly, you can tell it's in an uptrend. I don't want to be switching between time frame. It's in an uptrend. But then when you come to the daily, it's also in an uptrend. But then see what we have. We have a double top. And then in this double top, this is the neckline. Now, one of the reasons I'm making this video is because when I entered around here, this was my first point of interest. This yellow bar here was my first point of interest. And I felt maybe it might react to it because this is the neckline. And I was like, okay, fine. Once it come here, I close up my position already on this, from this point. If you've watched any of my older episodes, you know while I'm talking about this trades, I always put screenshots on the screen so you can see that I'm saying what I'm saying. But I don't have that in this case because I already closed the trade. So I don't have any screenshots to show for this case. But the point is I closed out here. Now, what I was thinking is I felt it could reverse from here, one, it could break below here and then come back into this place. And then we can pull maybe a counter trend line or anything of such just to guide us and continue our movements. But neither of that happened. Now, okay, it has not happened yet because it's still day one of breaking the distance. But the point is this: if you are not in the Solana trade, which I don't think any of you are, but if by any chance you are currently short on Solana, this is the point I want you to pay attention to. 158. this point, okay, 157, 158. This is the point I want you to pay attention to because this is the completion of this chart pattern here. This is the completion, and it's almost the 157, 158 range. Now, do I think he's going to break it 100%? Because this is not a solid point. I feel if he's going to reverse, he's going to have to come to this blue bar. But to play it safe, I would advise you come on here and then take out like 70, 80% of your position. You can leave the remaining 20 to just do whatever you want. But this is where I would advise you take out your this thing. So for those of you that are currently not in any of the trades, this is what I'm going to be looking out for. Let me go on the 1 hour time frame. Now I'm going to be looking for a pullback into this yellow bar. This is my entry strategy. If I see a pullback into this yellow bar, and then we can start looking for counter trend line, break of trend line, start pulling out our Fibonacci, looking for order block and whatever. But for now, there's nothing of interest for me until it pulls back into here. This could you could regard this as an order block for those of you who trade SMC. I don't trade SMC, although I've learned SMC. I think I made a video about what I think about SMC. You can check out my this thing. This you could consider an order block. Yeah, you can consider it another block actually. So for SMC trader, once it comes into here, you can start shorting. It's not my style. I'm not going to preach against it, but I'm not for it either. So you can come up here and start taking your entries. But for me, I'll have to look for it. I want the market to move in ways that I want, and then we'll be executing. So for Solana, currently, there's nothing on Solana. Now, if you've been on the market for a while, you've been seeing all the madness going on. So I'm going to be opening ETH right now. Before, let me go to my weekly time frame. Now, for the past 1 week, everything crypto has been very, very bearish. Everything has been bearish. But overall market is still bullish. Same with Ethereum, same with Bitcoin. They are both bullish. And one of the reasons I respect these two is they control the entire crypto market. I've said it a million times. They have power over the entire crypto market. If Bitcoin start moving or Ethereum start moving, every other coin has to follow. Or not every other. 90% of other crypto has to follow. I don't care what position you are in on the table, you have to follow them. So Ethereum is actually in a very, very interesting position for me. This is trade I want us to look out for maybe in the next couple of days or weeks, maybe in like maximum of like 2 weeks or so. Is Ethereum. Now, Ethereum is clearly in an uptrend, yeah? But then this Ethereum came into here and did a double top, pull back onto this, completed the double top formation, go back here, and then forms a triple top. Now, coming is supposed to get here to okay for this position now, at least get up to somewhere like this to complete the double top, the triple top formation, something here. 1,500 will be the ideal point for it to complete the triple top formation. But in order for it to complete that triple top formation, it has to break this trend line that has been coming since, can you believe that? Since November of 2022, it has to break that trend line. So if it breaks that trend line, voila, we're ready. So that's now the point I'm trying to make is this trend line is actually a very, very strong trend line. It's not your 30 minutes, your 5 minute trend line. This is from a weekly time frame and it has been coming since 2022. That's like for 3 years, this trend line has helped this market. Now, this is the only thing preventing Ethereum from doing this, completing the formation of this triple top. Now you can see it tested the trend line, it came below it, but then there's a lot of action, there's a lot of power with this trend line. So you can see how aggressive the wick is. Push it back up. Now, don't get this confused. These tiny candles that you're seeing here, let me make this screen as big as I can. These tiny candles that you're seeing here, these are weekly time frames. This candle, let me delete this. This candle, this small thing you see here, this is a week. This is 7 days of indecisiveness. This is beautiful. Why? This major trend line is the major reason for this indecisiveness. The reason why this is even being because normally when a trend line like this comes in contact with the markets respect it in every way, shape, or form. Once it touches it, the market start moving in the direction the trend line wants it to move. But in this case, why there's a bit of conflict is because there is a triple top pattern formation on a weekly time frame, which is a very major time frame. So it's not going to be very easy for you to just break it through like it's nothing. So So it's a very, very difficult position that Ethereum is currently in. And I love this because I'm a trader, I'm not investing, I'm not holding. I buy or sell depending on what the market tells me. Now, this is good for me for one reason. Now I know what I have to do, which is what wait. I post a comment on my this thing on my channel because I have a WhatsApp channel. I said the most difficult thing about trading is not doing anything. I understand scalpers and maybe day traders because you have to be actively on the chart. It's not. I tried scalping, not really. I tried scalping. I tried day trading for a while, but then I realized it was too much for me. It's a lot of time. It's time consuming. It's emotion consuming. It's energy draining. I don't want that energy. I don't want it. So for me, I like to swing because it's more peaceful. It's not like very demanding. You just come, look at what the market is doing, look at the bigger time frame, it's more clearer, and then you can easily just wait for everything to come into place. Now, with that being said, what am I looking at for Ethereum? And this could be like one of the takeaways for you guys. It's still 50-50 for me. The only thing holding Ethereum from falling down is this trend line. And it's a very solid trend line, like I said, from 2022. So the only thing preventing Ethereum from going up, apart from the chart pattern, is this counter trend line. Now, if this counter trend line, so what I'm waiting for Ethereum to do is break this point, break it and close below it and give me like two candles below it. And then I'll start looking for short opportunities. But I'm still favoring it to the upside actually. I'm still going to give it like I think it's 60% to the upside, 40% to the downside. That's where I am on Ethereum currently. Now, what is going to prevent me from increasing my chances of the percentage of going to the upside is this counter trend line. If Ethereum should come into this counter trend line and break it, I am going higher with it. I feel it's going to take a while for it to come into this break and close above it, maybe retest, I don't know, maybe retest or not. But once it breaks above it, then we can start buying. Now, depending on what your leverage is or whatever you're using, you might want to be more careful. But if you're not using leverage, if you're kind of if you what's the trade? Okay, there's futures trading and then there's the other, what's that one called? I do features. There's another one that you actually have to hold the coin. I've forgotten. Is it margin trading? I'm going to put it up here if I remember. Then there's that one. So if you're doing that other one that you don't have to actively, like you don't use leverage, basically you just have to buy the coin and hold on to it. Once it breaks, you can start buying and holding on. So you don't have any stop loss or anything that you have to worry about. But then for futures traders that will use leverage, I use like 10x leverage. So I can't just randomly just open because it could easily stop me out and still going where I want it to go. So for me, I have to be more careful before I enter a trade basically. So that's where I stand on Ethereum. It has to break those points, maybe come back into it, retest, or come and test this major trend line here. Maybe break it, come and retest on this major trend line, and then we are going higher. That is for Ethereum. But for now, there's nothing on Ethereum. I like to give Bitcoin its respect because it's still the OG. I'm going to briefly touch on Bitcoin. No, let me touch on LDO because it's one coin I'm interested in. I'm currently looking at LDO. This is like my second love. After AR, I think it's CHZ. After CH, it's LDO. I like just trading coins that is below 50. Like in terms of market cap, I like those ones because they tend to respect me more. Solana is actually good, but they give me a headache, man. I don't like them. So this is for LDO. LDO is currently in an uptrend. I don't care what you want to say. The market is looking scattered, it's looking choppy. This is whatever you want to call it. It's not looking good. But for me, I know what I'm looking out for. Solana is in an uptrend. And what to make Solana to start moving? You can see like everything is red. Sorry, I said Solana. LDO is in an uptrend. As you can see, everything is red, but it's the only green one. Although the percentage is not that significant. If you know what LDO is, LDO does not move 1, 2, 3%. If LDO wants to move, LDO move like 17, 18%. So if you're using 10x leverage, that's 170% on just, and this thing, it moves every day. If it moves, it moves. That's the way LDO is. So for LDO to be moving 0.16% is not, it's not LDO thing. Now, what does LDO need to start moving? Although I recently, while I was thinking about this video, planning on crypto, I was going to analyze for you guys. I opened the chart and then I put this yellow bar here because this has been like um an invincible resistance that has been forcing it to just keep remaining below this point. So I'm waiting for it to break above this point and then we can start talking. But for now, LDO is not yet ready. But the factor that can influence his decision is going to be Ethereum. If Ethereum should move the way I just expect it to move, LDO will take up fast. Ethereum or Bitcoin. So let's go to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is currently struggling. And then, as most people will be saying, we are in the bear market. No, we are not yet in the bear market. I did a similar video when I was analyzing why Bitcoin was going to. Just check out some of my old videos, guys. I don't want to keep on mentioning those videos. Like there was one, okay, the one I was going to refer to was where I was analyzing Bitcoin, and when I said Bitcoin didn't make an high. You can check out that video. That was like the overall market swing. I broke everything down on that one, and why Bitcoin, I have to respect Bitcoin. So looking at this, people are saying the market is now, we are now in a bear market. We are not in a bear market. I don't know the analysis you guys are using. You guys are trading with emotion or whatever. We are not in a bear market. Let me show you this. We have not even made the third touch of this trend line yet. So we are nothing in a bear market. Let me just put that one there. So we are cool. We are not in a bear market. What is Bitcoin currently doing that is making people feel like we're in a bear market? Bitcoin is in a range. I'm going to go on the daily time frame. I want to zoom in because this box they're looking at is a range. It's a ranging market. That's how I indicate my range markets. So as you can see, it's struggling with this blue bar. I put this because this is like an all-time high. Bitcoin is just, this is the new all-time high, so there's no resistance for you to pull from previous record. There's nothing. This is just like the invincible or just newly generated resistance. So I just put this blue bar to signify that. But then the bottom line is this: the Bitcoin is in a range. It's going to keep on ranging between 106, 107, and 92, 93K. That is what Bitcoin is currently doing. And it's not looking ready. Look at this. Look at all this choppy nonsense. I don't trade markets when they, like, if you check me, my trade, I don't like market that is ranging in a daily time frame. I don't like it. Maybe in a weekly I will trade, but then in a daily time frame, if I see a ranging market, I don't move with it. So for me, if Bitcoin should start rallying up, it can still rally up to this point, like 104, 105, and still come back down. So Bitcoin is not really going to make much of decision. That is why I'm depending more on Ethereum to be the decision maker for me to enter LDO. Now, to wrap it all up, I feel like this video is getting a bit long. To wrap it all up, I'm going to end it with my favorites, AR. So let me go on the daily time frame. Okay, you saw the chart pattern thing that I was telling you guys about. Let me show you again. This, I think I'm going to find a name for this thing. The cross. I'm going to call it the cross. I'll figure out something more creative. But then this is something I just realized and I just like. So this led to this move, even though this green candle was very decisive. So I just felt I show you guys that one more time. Now let's go on the 4 hour time frame. Why is it not falling? Because if it fell up until this point, the only significant, what's that? Don't do that. The only significant point that it could possibly reverse at is going to be at the $7 mark, and it's not even close to the $7 yet. It's still hanging around 9, 8. This is, you can consider this a range, but I don't really rate daily ranging because, okay, this a decisive aggressive move to the downside. It's trying to breathe a bit and then continue its move at least until it gets to this $7. Like I said, I like trading this coin because it's very obedient. But for now, what is my point of interest? I want you to break here this yellow bar that I placed here. Let me go on the 1 hour time frame. I want you to break this yellow bar that I placed here in a decisive way. Why did I put the yellow bar there? I think I need to make it more. Yeah, let me bring it down a bit more. Yeah, this is it. I'm just trying to accommodate this. So, my point of interest, if it breaks this yellow bar that is here, I think I should put another one up here. How do I clone? Yeah, so yeah, I don't think this is necessary, but it's all good. So this is my interest now. I want it to break below this one, probably pull back, but judging from what I know about area, once it breaks, it's going. I mean, it's not that much room for it to move anyways. So I'm not really interested in AR. Like my main interest right now is LDO, like I mentioned before. I'm not really interested in AR, but it's going to be good to see how it plays out. So I'm just doing it out of the fact that I really like trading AR. Yeah, so I guess that's everything for today's video. Guys, thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.